Hi, welcome back to Crochet Creations and the September Hats, and More Hats and Washcloths and More video of the month. These are challenges for those that are members on the Facebook group or in the lives. There's only a couple people that don't have Facebook that send me a photograph of their finished hat and I enter it for them. Everyone else does participate, and every month we have winners for Washcloths of the month this year. And Hats and More Hats has been going on for about 5 years. So every month you enter a hat that you have made by hand, and then I draw a winner every month. So I've been doing this compilation of what I've made and then drawing the winner and that kind of thing. So we're going to start out with washcloths this month, and this is the giveaway. It is for a Halloween towel and the yarn to make the washcloths and topper with. So this is Himalaya denim yarn. It is in a beautiful purple marl, or what you call denim marl yarn. So I did pair mine. I took and did mine double, because I think this yarn is quite thin. This is going to be the winner's yarn. So they get 2 skeins of this Himalaya and this stitch marker. And what I did was, like I said, I put the 2 layers together and made this washcloth double. So it's a little bit heavier than if I did the, say, strawberry and cream or any of those other yarns that are 4 weight, because again it is not a 4 weight, and we've been using this a couple times, and I did one washcloth in the orange colorway and it came out quite thin, so that's why I decided to thicken it up and use it 2 ply, or use it from the inside and from the outside at the same time and double it up. So there's my washcloth, and it is the V-Stitch, Easy V-Stitch pattern by Creative Grandma. I will try and remember to link that below. I really like this pattern. It works up really fast with the H hook, and my towel topper I made out of the same pattern. I just used the V-stitch pattern, and I did 5 V-stitches across. I started out with single crochets on 2 hair ties, and then I do 5 V-stitches across, skipping 1 single crochet in each. Do 15 rows of the V-stitches, then do 1 row where you make 5 chains in the middle V-stitch rather than just 2 chains, leaving a buttonhole, and then do 3 more rows. So 15, the buttonhole is your 15th row, 16, 17, 18 rows. 3 rows later, you are done. And then I did put a Mickey Mouse or rather a Minnie Mouse button on this one. And it's because I already made one for her earlier in the month and gave it to her. So she has a matching set now. But she won't get these till Christmas. But that way she already had these because she went and bought the buttons for me. And this is my daughter. And so she was like, Mom, make me more towel toppers. And I was like, yeah, she doesn't know I'm making her some every single month this year. All right, well, I'm going to stop here, and I'm going to splice these videos together, and we're going to put the winning video for the washcloths next. So I'll be right back. All right, here we are. Here is the washcloths for September drawing. There are 23 names. Let's give it a spin. Good luck, everybody. Carolyn Tierney. Congratulations to Carolyn. Thank you, everybody, and I'll be right back. Hi, I'm back. Congratulations to the winner. I don't know who the winner is by right this second, but when I splice them together at that point, I will know who the winner is. So you know before I do at this point, because this is me in the past. That would be me in the future. How fun is this? So we're going to go on to hats, hats, and more hats for September. September's was a Sesame Street Lion Brand One Hat Wonder Hat making kit. So this one happens to be the count, and I did that for September, so you would have it for making in October. And I added a Halloween stitch marker to this one. Inside the label is a pattern to make the hat. I did use that pattern to make my hat, and it is, in the pattern says to do it flat and then sew it together later. I did not do that. I did mine in the round, so that I just prefer that. So how this comes out is with, again, all of them that I've done. This will be the 5th one that I did. Sesame Street hat. They all come out with this pooling, and I like it. It's cool. Everything seems to match up with the colorways of the character. I did tie it on with a stretchable the cord that the head is attached to. And I did put a button on here, but the button fell off. So now I'm like, well, I could untie this very easily because you can get those untied the way that cord is. It's like elastic cord, so it's pretty easy to untie that. But again, we had one for me and one for you. So this is the winner's yarn. So if you are entered, you will see the drawing in just a minute. And then we'll have a winner for September hats, hats and more hats. And I'll be right back. All right, we're back again. This time we are doing hats, hats, and more hats for September. So let's see who the winner is this time. And we are spinning a little slower. It is gonna be Frida. Frida, you are the winner of the hats, hats, and more hats, and that would be the count. All right, we'll talk to you all soon, just in a minute. Okay, so we have 2 winners now. Now let's go on to what we're gonna do in October. So in my Dachshund Butt, guess what? Dachshund Butt bag is where I usually keep my washcloth stuff. So in here is the end of my 2 skeins. So you didn't even need 2 skeins to make 2 toppers and a doubled up washcloth out of 2 skeins. Because I had 5 skeins of this, and one of them is in my basket on my live. One of these Himalayas is in there. So in this basket, or in this bag, I usually keep some headband or hair ties, and then I threw in these Minnie Mouse buttons that my daughter sent me, and the pattern for Creative Grandma's washcloth. I threw those in there, so they're going to be in there already for next month. So I'm going to take these two out and put them in my other, basically to do extras of these later on. I had them in there because I was going to do them for September, extra ones, but I didn't get to it yet, so I guess I'll just set them aside. Anyway, let's move on to what are we offering for October. So let's talk about the washcloths first, because I want to show you what my plans are. So the washcloths challenge of the month is for you to make a washcloth and enter it into the October drawing. What will you win if you do that and you're the winner? Well, I brought out these two towels. So this is a beautiful fall towel with some mushrooms on it, and then this one is another fall towel with a pumpkin patch and some pumpkins on it and some leaves. So what'll happen is I'll make a towel topper, and then the winner gets their choice of one of these towels, and whichever one they don't pick, I will put my towel topper on that one, and I will give it to my daughter. So there's the choices for October, and the yarn we're going to use for October is going to be a little bit different yarn this time, and this is why I'm doing it, because we want to try out some of our yarns, and I might end up using these buttons for her towel topper. I don't know yet. We'll see. But what I brought it out here for is because I wanted to put them together and see what they looked like. So I will be offering up 2 skeins of this yarn, which is Twisty Scrub. It is Village yarn. I got it on Hirschner's. And it is an orange and pink scrubby type yarn. Now, if you look at it, there's only a few of these little hairs sticking off. This is not going to be hard to work with. It does say it's a 4, so I'm going to go ahead and try and use it by just one strand. It's called Sunset Sorbet. It looks a lot like the colorways of some of the other yarns that I got over the summer. But to me, it's a fall looking color, so I thought it would go okay with these towels. But again, I'm going to make the washcloth and the topper so she can put them with whatever towel she wants. So the winner will get 2 skeins of this and a stitch marker that I haven't made yet, and I will add them throughout the month to the yarns, and I will show you when I get them made, hopefully soon. And then I will use the other 2 to make my items. And I'm thinking there might be these little sandals might work out kind of cute on this yarn. I don't know. To me, I would like to put on something different. I think I want to put on a fall leaf. I think I'm going to put on a fall leaf, so that might happen. If I find my package of fall leaves, I will add a fall leaf button to the winner's package. That's what I'll do, because I don't think that the Minnie Mouse is matching up this month very well. But I had them in here thinking I would use her buttons and this other yarn, like this orange one, to do a towel topper with, and this purple one, do another one. That's what I had them in there for, so we'll see. Alright, so now what is the yarn for hats, and more hats? Well, let's move these away, and I will show you a close-up of the yarn. Now, I talked about the yarn that I found in Michael's for this challenge, and it is a new yarn. And the colorway is just gorgeous. This is really soft, and it feels I don't know what that is, but okay. It feels like, I just got it too. It feels like it's like blown in. It's really, really, really soft. They are saying this is a 4. And it is 78% acrylic and 22% nylon. There's plenty enough to make a hat out of it, 262 yards. And my plan is to make a wheat stitch hat out of this. So my October hat is going to be a wheat stitch hat. So it's going to look a lot like the pumpkin stitch that they are getting off of Brianna Kay's YouTube channel. And that hat is, I guess, posted there. I have not looked at it, but I'm going to go and look at that. And the winner will receive the other skein. And this is called Skyscape. It is loops and threads acrylic. It has a little bit of nylon in it, so there's no wool in here. It's just really soft, and I thought using that wheat stitch pattern, it would bring out these colors beautifully. And I think adding a pom-pom to it will be nice too. So I might even add a pom-pom to this challenge. All right, let's see what we got. Let me see here. I got a package of pom-poms in the mail the other day. And these pom-poms are different. There is that color. Woohoo! And then there is this color, which also I think would go well. I really think that gray would go really well with this. So anyway, I'm thinking about adding a pom-pom this month to the package. And I do have 2 of those. So I just have to remind myself that I did it, that I added a pom-pom, and then that person will receive a stitch marker that I need to add because I don't have any made up that I want to use. And then one of these, I think these pom-poms would work out great. All right, well, thank you for joining me for the Challenge of the Month video. I will see you all in the next video. Take a moment out of each day. Be creative. I'll talk to you later. Bye for now.